Can you believe it's been 25 years since this swinging hero made his way onto the big screen in animated form? Well, believe it. Get ready as I bring to you a review of Disney's Tarzan. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dewalt Bear, known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1999 coming-of-age adventure dramedy flick, which is animated, Tarzan, released by Disney, based on Edgar Rice Burroughs' 1912 story Tarzan of the Apes, being the first animated major motion picture version of the story. The film was directed by Kevin Lima and Chris Buck in his feature directorial debut and produced by Bonnie Arnold from a screenplay by Ted Murphy and the writing team of Bud Zeiger and Nolly White. It stars the voices of Tony Goldwyn, who does the title character, along with Minnie Driver, Glenn Close, Rosie O'Donnell, Brian Blessed, Lance Henriksen, Wayne Knight, and Nigel Hawthorne in the first of his last two films. The film was released on this day, June 18th, 1999. Henceforth, today is the film's 25th anniversary, after it had premiered almost a week earlier at the El Capitan Theater. Now then, I gotta say, this is a very good movie. I've seen it a few times, including just more recently on Disney Plus. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the story. In the 1880s, a British couple and their infant son are shipwrecked in equatorial Africa. The adults build a treehouse but are killed by a leopard named Sabor. Kala, a local gorilla who lost her son to Sabor, adopts the human infant and names him Tarzan despite the protestations of Kerchak, her mate, and the gorilla leader. After growing into a child, Tarzan begins to befriend other animals, including Kala's niece, Turk, and the paranoid elephant, Tantor. Tarzan finds himself treated differently because of his different physique, so he makes valiant efforts to improve himself. Several years later, an adult Tarzan rescues the gorillas by spearing Sabor, gaining Kerchak's reluctant approval. Meanwhile, a team of human explorers consisting of Professor Archimedes Q. Porter, his daughter Jane, and their hunter escort Clayton arrive on the island to study the gorillas. Jane accidentally becomes separated from the group and is chased by a baboon troop until a curious Tarzan rescues her. After comparing her to himself, he realizes the similarities. Jane leads Tarzan back to their camp, where Porter and Clayton both take interest in him. The former in terms of scientific progress, while the latter hopes to have Tarzan lead the group to the gorillas. Despite Kerchak's warnings to avoid the strangers, Tarzan repeatedly returns to the camp. Porter, Clayton, and Jane teach him how to speak English properly and tell him what the human world is like. Tarzan and Jane begin a romantic relationship. However, she has difficulty convincing Tarzan to lead the humans to the gorillas, as Tarzan fears Kerchak's fury. With the explorer's ship returning to retrieve them, Jane asks Tarzan to return with them to England, but Tarzan in turn asks Jane to stay with him when Jane says it is unlikely that they will ever return. Clayton convinces Tarzan to lead the humans to the gorillas in exchange for Jane staying with him forever. Tarzan persuades Turk and Tantor to lure Kerchak away and leads the trio to the nesting grounds. Porter and Jane are excited to mingle with the gorillas, but Kerchak returns to attack the humans. Tarzan restrains Kerchak while the humans escape, disappointing Kerchak. Taking Tarzan to the treehouse where she found him, Kala reveals his true past, and she wants him to be happy whatever he decides. Now for the ending. You know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video, go to the description box below, and fast forward to the time below to avoid the ending spoilers. Now, if you've seen the movie already, which I'm sure a lot of you have, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. In the morning, Tarzan boards the ship, accompanied by Jane and Porter, but the three are ambushed by Clayton and his traitorous band of stowaway thugs. Now aware of the location of the nesting grounds, Clayton plans to capture and sell the gorillas for a fortune and imprisons Tarzan, Jane, and Porter to prevent them from interfering. Tarzan escapes with the help of Turk and Tantor, and he rallies the other animals to help the gorillas fight the thugs. Clayton grazes Tarzan's arm and mortally wounds Kerchak and pursues Tarzan across the treetops. The ensuing battle leads to Clayton inadvertently hanging himself with a vine before Kerchak dies. He accepts Tarzan as his son and names him the gorilla troop's leader. The next day, Porter and Jane prepare to leave on the ship, while Tarzan stays behind with the gorillas. As the ship's rowboat leaves shore, Porter encourages his daughter to stay with the man she loves, and Jane jumps overboard, followed soon after by her father. So, in the end, the Porters reunite with Tarzan and his family and embark on their new life together. End of story. So, what did I think of Tarzan? I have to say, this is a very good masterpiece for Disney and what have you. It was so amazing. The animation is so good. The characters are good. I like just about everything about this film. When it was released, it became the second highest grossing animated flick of 1999 next to Toy Story 2. And and also it really managed to make it the first Disney animated feature to open at first place in the North America box office since Pocahontas in 1995. Anyway, it did so well. It went on to make 448 million worldwide against its $130 million budget. The reviews were very positive. Rotten Tomatoes has it certified fresh at a score of 89%, saying Disney's Tarzan takes the well-known story to a new level with spirited animation, a brisk pace, and some thrilling action set pieces. Yes, I agree with that as well. The action was very good. I didn't find anything wrong with this film. Metacritic has a score of 79, and Cinema Score has an average grade of A. Entertainment Weekly compared the film's advancement in visual effects to that of The Matrix, which came out a few months before that same year, stating that it had the neatest computer-generated background works and Keanu Reeves did the backstroke in slow motion. Roger Ebert, had similar comments about the film, describing it as representing another attempt by Disney to push the envelope of animation with scenes that move through space with a freedom undreamed of in older animated films and unattainable by any live action process. I have to agree, everybody was very positive on this. Just so incredible. Anyway, the film had a good score, which was done by Mark Mancina, and songs done by Phil Collins, who actually won an Academy Award for one of his songs, "You'll Be in My Heart," which also won the Golden Globe for Best Original Song as well. It also went on to win some numerous other awards. Rosie O'Donnell won Favorite Voice from an Animated Feature, and the soundtrack won Best Soundtrack Album at the Grammys. Yep, I must admit, Tarzan proved to have such an incredible feel to it. I mean, Phil Collins has some other good songs on this soundtrack as well. Yes, now three of the songs he actually wrote, which were "Son of Man," "Trashing the Camp," and "Strangers Like Me." Now, which, according to Collins, were based on his initial impressions after he read the source material. And they came from imp- improvisation improvisation sessions, and his reactions while reading the treatment. Another song that was in it were Another song in the movie was Two Worlds, which was a song Collins wrote to serve as the anthem for Tarzan. Now, Mark Mancina did the score for this, as he had recently produced music for The Lion King, and as well as its musical. Anyway, Tarzan proved to be such a big success. It was then the most expensive traditionally animated film ever made until Treasure Planet came out 3 years later. Anyway, and the film went on to become the fifth highest grossing film of 1999. After this, the film has led to many derived works such as a Broadway adaptation, a television series called The Legend of Tarzan, not to be confused with the 2016 movie, and two direct-to-video follow-ups, Tarzan and Jane, which came out in 2002, and Tarzan 2 in 2005. Now, due to licensing issues with Edgar Rice Burroughs Incorporated, the use of these characters are limited. Now, of course, the Legend of Tarzan anime series picks up where the film left off, with Tarzan adjusting to his new role as leader of the apes, following Kerchak's death, and Jane, whom he has since married, adjusting to life in the jungle. There would also be 5 video games, which would include Tarzan released on the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64, which I played the PlayStation version. It was kind of tricky at first, but I soon got the hang of it, and I actually did beat that game, considering my nephews had that. Tarzan's home is also a featured playable world known as Deep Jungle in the action RPG game Kingdom Hearts, and its 2013 remaster, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix. Yep, I must admit, I really thought this was really something. So Tarzan proved to be another big success for Disney. Now for its cast, we have Tony Goldwyn voicing Tarzan. I have to say, he was very good. Now actually, Brendan Fraser, who recently played the titular character of a Tarzan-like character in George of the Jungle for Disney a couple of years before this, auditioned twice for this before he played George of the Jungle. Now, according to co-director Kevin Lima, Goldwyn landed the role because of the animal sense in his readings, along with some killer baboon imitations. The young Tarzan was voiced by Alex D. Linz, who you may remember from Home Alone 3. That's Alex. He, of course, will also appear in another Disney film, and that was Max Keeble's Big Move. Voicing Jane is Minnie Driver, and I must say she does an exceptionally good job. Just a great performance. Glenn Close does the role of Kala, and she does a good job. Now, Rosie O'Donnell voices Turk. I have to say, it's really something. Now, actually, the character was originally written as a male gorilla, and they wanted Chris Rock to have the role, but he turned it down, so they changed it to female, and thus O'Donnell got it. Voicing Clayton is Brian Blessed. Now, I must admit, he looks really good. I mean, Randy Haycock served as the supervisor animator for the character, basing his design on the legendary actor Clark Gable, as well as other film stars of the 1930s and 40s. He also provided the iconic Tarzan yell for the title character as well. Nigel Hawthorne, in one of his 2 final acting roles before his death 2 years later in 2001, voices Professor Archimedes Q. Porter. I gotta say, he's really good in his role. Voicing Kerchak is Lance Henriksen, who you may know best from the Alien franchise. And voicing Tantor is Wayne Knight, who, of course, you know of TV Seinfeld fame, and also he appeared in Space Jam. Now, they originally wanted Woody Allen, but Jeffrey Katzenberg persuaded him to lead the project and join DreamWorks' Ant, which was released a few months before this, the previous year. They did an exceptionally good job, and the animation for the characters were good as well. So overall, Tarzan had everything this Disney film had to offer: great animation, great action sequences, great atmosphere, settings, great characters, a great voice acting cast, a great score and story, etc., etc., etc. Nothing wrong with this film. So overall, with everything said, would I recommend Tarzan? I would simply say yes. Go for it. This film is worth looking into. Now, I'm not sure if it's still hanging out in physical media land, if it's strong, because if it's back in the Disney Vault, you'll have a lot of trouble finding it. So if you've got Disney Plus, then that'd be your best chance to check out, unless you do have it on physical media from years back. Actually, this title was actually released on Laserdisc, but only in Japan. It was one of the last films to be released on Laserdisc. So anyway, what did you think of Tarzan from Disney? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, and make the views grow. Join me next time when I give you the return of Wide World of Game Shows with Play the Percentages. So if you like this, check out my reviews for some of these other animated Disney films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of another good film, and that's the original Aladdin from 1992. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review for, well, actually a re-review of the top animated film in 1999, that being Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 2. Or if you'd like another helping of Tarzan, check out my Saturday morning TV log of the 1976 animated series Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle from Filmation. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time on the Big D saying, see ya.